have brought another amazing movie for you. Today, I'm going to explain space superhero, actio, and adventure, the science fiction, romance, thriller, The Amazing Spider-Man Part 1. Spoilers ahead, watch out and take care. This is the untold beginning of Peter Parker, a quiet boy who would one day become the legendary Spider-Man. His father, Richard Parker, wasn't just any scientist. He was a genius working at the cutting edge of genetic research, alongside Dr. Curt Connors, a brilliant man who had tragically lost his right arm. Their goal was noble: to heal humanity by blending the DNA of different species, to cure diseases, to rewrite the rules of biology itself. But dreams often come with danger. When Richard discovered that Oscorp, the powerful company funding their work, had sinister plans to turn their discovery into a weapon, he made a choice that would change everything. He destroyed the research. He ran. He vanished with his wife, leaving behind only one thing: his son, Peter. Left in the care of his Uncle Ben and Aunt May, Peter never saw his parents again. And that's where his story begins. Time passes. Peter grows up, goes to school, and is intelligent. And along with being intelligent, he is also shy. And on top of all this, he is also a photographer with whom he secretly takes pictures of Gwen, the one he loves. Then one day in class, the two have a sweet conversation. One day, he finds his father's old bag containing some papers and pictures related to research. Among these pictures is Dr. Curt Connors. Peter goes to Oscorp to meet him. There, he sees that Gwen, whom he loves, also works with Dr. Curtis Connors. There, the two meet, and the two look at each other with sweet eyes. After a while, he sneaks out of everyone's sight and reaches a part of the lab where he sees spiders that are made of special DNA. Here, a spider bites Peter, after which Peter experiences an amazing transformation in his physical strength, reflexes, and senses, because now it has special powers. In the next scene, there he asks them questions about his father, and the doctor tells him some things. Impressed by them, Peter reads through the issue with combining the two species, quickly solves it, and writes down the solution. He hands it to the doctor, believing he has a genuinely good heart. In the next scene, Peter Parker gets into an argument with a boy at school. Using the moment as motivation, he suddenly leaps into the air and scores a perfect goal. Later, the professor calls her uncle because he has vandalized the school. On the way, he crosses the street and sees Gwen standing behind him and says, "This is the girl whose picture you had on the computer screen?" Gwen hears all this. Blushing, Peter shyly tells Gwen it was just a group photo. She smiles softly, her cheeks turning red. As they walk away, their eyes linger on each other, hearts racing in silent harmony. In the next scene, Peter Parker and Dr. Connors work side by side in the lab. After countless trials, they finally succeeded. After testing the DNA of various animals, they discovered that only lizard DNA holds the power to heal and regenerate organs in living beings. When they inject the newly developed serum into a disabled rat, its leg miraculously begins to heal over time. Peter is overjoyed by the breakthrough, and the doctor finally sees a path to complete his treatment. After this, Peter Parker gets angry at his uncle and goes out of the house while arguing with him. He goes to buy some things from a store. There, he sees a thief who is stealing, and Peter remains silent. Meanwhile, Peter's uncle heads out to search for him, unaware that the same thief Peter encountered earlier is lurking nearby. In a sudden turn of events, the thief shoots him and flees the scene. As Peter rushes to his uncle's side, guilt overwhelms him. He wishes he had stopped the thief, that he could have saved him. Stricken with grief, Peter makes a vow in that moment. He will fight against evil, no longer standing idly by, and will dedicate himself to helping those in need. Determined to make a difference, Peter crafts a suit designed to keep him hidden from the world. He perfects his web shooters, allowing him to swing through the air with ease. Fully equipped, he's ready to take on the fight against evil. From that moment on, Peter becomes a shadow in the night, helping those in need, rescuing people, and assisting the police in capturing criminals, all while remaining anonymous. Finally, the moment comes when Gwen invites Peter Parker to her house for dinner and asks him to come to her house tonight. Then, at night, we see Peter Parker arrive at her house, and during dinner they all talk to each other. On the other hand, Dr. Corners had tested his serum on animals, but its side effects had not yet been tested. However, Dr. Corner, his senior, Dr. Arjit Ratha, also demands the serum from him, because at that time, Oscorp, the owner of the Oscorp company, was suffering from a fatal disease and needed a formula to cure it. Still, the serum was not yet fully developed, and its testing on humans was dangerous. Despite this, Dr. Ratha asks Dr. Corners to test it on humans, but Dr. Corners refuses. Because of this, Dr. Ratha fires him from his job, and he herself decides to test the serum on hospital patients. Fearing all this, the doctors use the serum on themselves. The moment the doctor injects himself with the experimental serum, his severed hand miraculously regenerates. But soon after, the transformation takes a dark turn. His body mutates into a monstrous lizard, and he unleashes chaos on the bridge. On the other hand, after dinner, they are both talking lovingly to each other. They finally open up about their feelings, gazing into each other's eyes before sharing a gentle, heartfelt kiss. How suddenly, due to an emergency, police cars pull up under their building and they take Gwen's father with them because Gwen's father works as a police officer. Realizing the emergency, Peter leaps from the rooftop and rushes toward the chaos on the bridge. There, Dr. Connors, now fully transformed into the lizard, is tossing cars into the river, one after another. Acting fast, Peter swings in and uses his web shooters to catch the falling vehicles, securing them to the bridge just in time. A fierce battle breaks out between him and the lizard, and Peter eventually manages to drive the creature away. As the dust settles, a stunned man approaches and asks, "Son, who are you?" Peter pauses for a moment, then confidently replies, "I'm Spider-Man." The next day, Peter gently looks into Gwen's eyes and says, "There's something I need to tell you. I'm Spider-Man." Gwen's expression shifts with surprise as she replies softly, "Who knows? Someone else found out too?" Peter takes a breath, stepping closer, and says with a tender smile, "I shared this with you because you're the one who means everything to me. I told you because I love you." And that's a wrap on part 1 of The Amazing Spider-Man. If you loved the action, hit that like button and subscribe. You won't want to miss part 2 coming soon. Stay tuned and thanks for watching.